Hi everybody, and welcome to And Then the Cloud Break. I had no intention of doing a vlog today, hence why I haven't bought the selfie stick or the microphone. Something just struck me today as I come back to what I sort of worked out yesterday is my healing place. Is actually this year has really helped me move into a different place, a real transformation. And I can honestly say that I don't think my life has ever felt as good as it is right now, or as fulfilled, or as relaxed. And I think that's been a hugely cathartic experience for me to go from where I was a year ago, riddled with anxiety, uncertainty, fear of the future, into a place now where I'm really happy to relax and let the future take care of itself. So rather than hanging on to my preconceived ideas of what life should be like and what the social norms are, relaxing and going, okay, well, things will evolve and change and transform as they need to do at the right time. And in that process of relaxing into life and into the future, I found that every time I've needed something, whether it be some work, whether it needs to be a sign or a direction about the next step, it's always arrived at exactly the right time, which would be an inconceivable process for me to believe in a comparatively short time ago. And with that, the whole weight of expectation, the whole weight of what the future needs to look like, gets lifted from the shoulders. I'm not looking, desperately grasping for what I think the future should look like. I'm allowing that future to just unfold day by day in some cases, and actually in some cases hour by hour. Safe in the knowledge that the future will take care of me and the right thing will arrive at the right time. And that is a remarkable feeling of transformation, of really growing into and settling into my life, and my life becoming all the things it needs to be, which aren't necessarily the things I think it should be. Part of that has been obviously discovering some fairly inspirational readings and videos, etc., on YouTube, and other forums have helped me uncover this path and just have that confidence to let go. And it really is a case of letting go of expectation and desperation, if you like, about a life that may or may not suit. We all like nice things, and part of the COVID and pandemic has made me realise that actually my material needs, my financial needs, are comparatively modest. I don't feel the need to buy new phones, new clothes, new shoes, new suits, eat at expensive restaurants, etc. Those things don't, whilst it's nice obviously to go out for a nice meal, it's nice to go out and buy some new clothes, etc. Actually, I don't need them, that they're their wants rather than needs. And I was watching a video on YouTube from a channel called Green Renaissance, which I'll link below, and it was really exploring the what is enough concept. And actually, enough is a much smaller amount of money than you think it is. And I think during one of my months in the pandemic and the lockdown, my personal expenditure outside of the necessities of bills, etc., was £250. And that was, I'm guessing that most of that would have been on Kindle books. So therefore your expenditure doesn't need to be what you think it is. And actually accepting that you don't need as much really does open up possibilities. Now I'm doing something today, which is something that I will put my hand all over the screen. something that I'm doing today is something I love and that gives me true fulfillment and richness, and that's just simply walking in the woods. Now, this has cost me the petrol to get up here. I could have ridden my bike up here had I not needed to go on elsewhere afterwards, and it's cost me my car parking, and I may decide to treat myself to a coffee on the way back. But that'll be there's nothing expensive about that. That's not an expensive day out. There's no need for me to go shopping or spend money. And that has really been, sorry, I'm going down a really strange slope here. I'm just aware that one, my arms are aching from holding the phone at a weird angle, and two, I'm likely to to stumble down this hill. But these are the things that make me truly happy. The things that make me truly happy aren't on the consumer pieces. And as we come into the festive season, we've just had Prime Day, and we'll also have I am desperately trying to keep my feet here, and we'll have Black Friday, where we'll enter into an absolute orgy of consumerism where we need to spend money, we need to do this, we need to do that. In reality, we don't need any of that, or very little. I'm kind of aware that this is probably come across as a fairly, well, like most of my vlogs, fairly rambly type of recording, but it just struck me today that actually here is what matters. Here is where the beauty is. Here is, if you like, where my soul is. It's out in the countryside. It's out relaxing. It's exploring nature, and I can't accurately put into words the sense of lightness I have in my heart when I come somewhere like this, and actually the sense of lightness I'm having in my heart on many days right now. That I've really come from that point of stress and anxiety and fear of the future to a point where the future, I was going to say the future doesn't matter, but that's not quite what I mean. The future is there. The future isn't mapped out. It will be a path. The path won't be straight. It won't be easy, I'm sure, but I know the path will be the right one. And this is sort of an unrecognisable person from the person of a few years ago, where everything was a stress, everything was a hassle, everything was an imposition on me. And actually, I had become somebody that I in hindsight, didn't really like an awful lot, because of that, because everything that was not in my control was something that I found painful and difficult to accept. Whereas now there's a lightness and a sense of exploration and a sense of excitement, and a lot of that's come from the pandemic, I think, where I had a real sense of realisation that flicking on the news, which is infrequent anyway, but is virtually never now, that during those early days of the lockdown and the pandemic, a realisation for me personally that I had zero control of what my life was like and going to be like over those coming months. Me losing sleep and worrying about it was going to be absolutely pointless and was simply going to make me and those around me incredibly miserable. So that letting go and going, okay, let's just see where life comes, has been hugely transformational. And actually, I think a sense of priority has arrived for me. At one point, I was driven by, I want to earn X pounds per year, to actually, well, my earnings can be quite modest, and I can still have, certainly in terms of relationship to the world, an absolutely fantastic lifestyle. But actually, there's not need for many of these things that cost money. They don't. A bit of plastic doesn't bring me happiness. And one of the videos on the Green Renaissance channel talked about what is enough. And actually, buy a new car, and that gives you pleasure. But within a very small amount of time, that new car is just your car, and actually that pleasure is no longer there. So you then go looking for the next lift, which may be whatever it is. And part of that process has been that we are moving. We're going to buy my parents' old house because it's been empty for a while. It needs a lot of work. But again, I'm buying that house on based upon a feeling of direction rather than a need, a desire. Actually, maybe not desire, but certainly not a need. It's something that just feels the right step. I haven't overthought it. I haven't put some too much analysis into it. It's a case of this feels right. Let's do it and see what the future holds. And if the future doesn't work out in the way that we'd hope, or the way that our mindset that I think it should, then it will take us to another point, which will be the right one in terms of giving me a richness of my life. I feel really tapped into this feeling today, and I probably have spoken too long anyway, and it's probably been a bit without direction. But I just wanted to share it really, that actually having a preconceived idea of what your life has to be is not overly helpful. And if you're able to let that go and have a faith and confidence in what the future can look like, that's such a freeing feeling. All that weight lifts from your shoulders, and as I said, I feel like a freeness, a lightness in my heart, a joy in my heart which is, I suppose, in all my years on the planet, has been fairly elusive to me much of the time, because actually life hasn't matched what in my head it should look like. And I suppose one of my mantra really over the last while has been believe in yourself, believe in your future. So I use that perhaps when I'm running, and my mantra is I believe in myself and I believe in my future. And that is certainly panning out to be true. Anyway, I've talked for far too long, but I've enjoyed it, and I hope you get something from this, and I hope you have a fantastic time, and just get out in nature and just enjoy life. Have a great day. Cheers, bye.